is not a fight. This is for information purposes. So if you're also on and you're also a CPA and you have other things to add that can benefit our community and benefit all of us, I think that's the great purpose.
Not a fight.
That's what
This
we're
is
here
for information purposes. So if you're also
on.
on,
I'm hearing somebody double talk. I don't know. Let me know. I'm about to share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. And hello, Miss Jackie, wherever you are, we're saying hi to you. I see you. Okay. Okay.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, you can see my screen now.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to make it as fun as possible. Write down your questions. If you have questions, we're going to address it at the end. Again, this is for information purposes. I think most of the time we leave a lot of money on the table is because probably we are not aware or because we're not leveraging, we're not taking advantage of some of these strategies that are available. So today is going to be a general session on things you can do to cut down your taxes, things you can do to leverage certain strategies that can benefit you and generations or your community as well. A little bit about me, been in financial services and technology for over 20 years. 4 of those years, I worked tediously on Wall Street, managing portfolios for high net worth clients. And working on Wall Street really gave me a perspective in regards to the financial service industry. There's a lot of information out there that a lot of us were not aware of. I, even working on Wall Street, being in financial services and technology for over 20 years, I still did not know some of these things. And in fact, it was some of these things I've learned over the years. It was after I left Wall Street that I was able to look and then see that, oh my God, what we were doing to these people was really bad. So over the times, years have passed, experience have come in. So if I'm sitting and I'm talking to you about anything, it's because I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've dealt with it before. So I'm just sharing this so that you can also use that to better yourself and your family as well. Also, the co-founder for Moms and Economic Movement. We're a movement of women. We empower each other, nothing against the man. But we just believe that we came up with this group when the George Floyd incident happened, and that man was on the floor, and what he was doing, he was crying for his mother, right? A big man. For $20, he lost his life. So we realized that mothers play a very important role in the lives of our children. In fact, we are the first teachers to our children. We're the first financial advisors to the family. If the mother steps up in the family, the eating of the children will be better. She goes to the grocery stores. She's going to buy the right things and stuff like that. So educating the woman or the female in the home is a very key decision. So that's why the Moms for Economic Movement was formed. And, all we do is educate and then pull women up corporate ladder, pull women up in the society. I do a lot of community activism. I'm always on Capitol Hill fighting for some law or something of that sort. So some of the things I'll share with you today, they are information that probably nobody has told you about yet. But there are laws that are being passed currently that's going to affect you. So if you don't know about these laws, or some of these things exist, but because no one is bringing it to us, there are just a certain kind of people that are benefiting from it. Also, we operate in all 50 states, so we have offices in all 50 states and in Canada. I'm going to jump right into the presentation, and we're going to have one poll for today. So if you are not by your phone or your computer, when we get to the poll, please take advantage of this. We just want to get your feedback to know that you are tapped into this. Yeah, so did you know that 67% of individuals overpay their taxes by an average of $27,000 annually? So majority of people that feel they make some kind of money. So we're talking about probably those that make like 100,000 and above in income. Majority of them pays at least 27,000 annually. So if you're making less than 100,000, you may not be doing the 27,000, but you're paying at least over $15,000 in taxes every year. Those can be, that's a huge amount. How many of us will file a tax and the government is going to give us 50,000 back? Just 1 second, let me adjust this.
Please drop in a chat where you are listening us from. PA, MD, Georgia.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so a lot of people are paying too much taxes. I review sometimes people's statements, their W-2s. I've seen people that they feel they make a lot of money. 2, 3 jobs, probably bringing in 300, 400,000. But at the end of the day, sometimes half of that is taxes. You may be bringing in $50,000, 60,000, 70. If you look at your W-2 at the end of the year when you're filing, look up there and look at the taxes. You realize that majority of that money goes to Uncle Sam. And I know sometimes we want to do 2, 3, 4 jobs at a time, but guess what? The more money you make, if you don't know some certain tax strategies, you're going to be paying all of that money back to Uncle Sam. So you might think that you have 3 jobs that is paying 50, 50, 50, and you're thinking you're bringing in 150. But in actual fact, if you do the calculation, the time you've spent and all of that and the taxes that are coming out, you're actually probably making an average of 60 to 70,000. So is it worth it? So if you're able to get some of these and some of these knowledge, I guess it can benefit you as well. Ms. Rashida, are you saying something that we can't hear?
No, I'm good. No.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll take our first poll. I think this is going to be our first and only poll. So the question on the poll is, do you know how much you paid in taxes? So for those of you that have filed your taxes already, it will be for year 2024. If you haven't filed yet for 2024 and you file for 2023, the question is, do you know how much you paid in taxes? Or do you only know how much you received in refund? So how many of us are looking at how much we're paying in taxes? Or is it just how much we receive in refund? So the poll is going to go out. It's either you know both. I know how much I paid in taxes and I know how much my refund was. Or, I know only how much I paid in taxes. Or I know only how much I received in refund. So, Ms. Rashida, you can launch the poll and let's see our audience.
Sharing my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Have you launched the poll?
Yes. Do you see it?
Okay. Are you able to click on? I'm not able to click on it. I don't know. Anyone able to click on their answer?
You are sharing your screen. Can you see it?
I can see the poll. Okay.
We don't
So
see the poll anymore.
you can't see the poll anymore?
It just pops up and pops out.
Let me do one thing.
Okay. So I guess we'll make it simple. So if you know both, you know how much you paid in taxes and how much you received in refund, just put A. If you know only how much you paid in taxes, put B. If you know only how much you got in refund, put C. So we're just going to do A, B, C.
Is that okay now?
So the question is, do you have a clear understanding of the total taxes you paid in 2024 or in 2023? Or are you only aware of the amount you received in refund? So it's either you know both, which is A, you know only how much you paid in taxes, which is B, or you know only how much you got in refund, which is C.
I have the poll up. Can you see it?
We can see the poll, but we can't click. That's our issue.
Okay.
So that's, yes.
Let me
Okay,
just
I think
make
so. We
sure.
have stuff in the chat. Rashida, what are we saying? Let me see.
So I see some C's,
Oh, a lot of C's.
is A. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I guess Euralis, I suspect he's a tax preparer. So he said A. Those that are saying the A, it means they are tax preparers. Okay, so Lydia is saying someone is saying that they don't get anything back. They're rather paying a lot back to the government. Okay. Okay, so Euralis says his in-law is Euralis a male or a female? Euralis, if you're a male, say M. If you're a female, F.
It's
Oh, she's a
female.
female. She took classes and never pursued. Oh my goodness, girl. Moms and economic movement, we need to pull you out and see how best we can get you to pursue all those dreams. Yes, so the majority is C, meaning we only know how much we received in refund. So the truth of the matter is you're giving money to the government for free, and you don't know how much you've given out to him, and you don't know how much you're receiving. You just know how much he gave you back. So going forward, that's one thing we need to start looking at. How much am I paying in taxes, and how can I make sure that I'm leveraging certain strategies to reduce that amount I'm paying? And there's nothing wrong in paying your fair share of taxes. So this webinar is not to get you to stop paying taxes or avoid paying taxes. The tax codes are there, the laws are there. We are all supposed to pay taxes. So please don't avoid paying taxes. But what you should avoid doing is